Good morning to the second year students. So today's topic is regarding the pharmacology. In pharmacology, the drugs used in the shock. So drugs used in the shock, definitely actually in heart failure we missed some of the drugs like dopamine and dobutamine. So in this shock treatment, so we'll see this mainly during the shock. These main drugs are given, that is a dopamine and dopamine and also prenalin. So these drugs can be given. So we'll see that. In cardiovascular system, all are interrelated. So definitely you have to understand the classification. If you do one thing after your exams, definitely remember this thing. Your exams, you have to write in a paper all the classifications in CVS system. If you write this classification, definitely you can able to write the drugs pharmacology CVS system very neatly and very clearly. So definitely you should mug up with the classification so that you can able to write. When you are writing in medical management also, if you are writing in the heart failure, so definitely you can list out these drugs, all the drugs, heart failure drugs. If you are writing antihypertensive in case of hypertension thing, so you have to list out this hypertensive drugs. So if you are writing any cardiac conditions, you can able to write this all these drugs. So you have to remember. So we'll go drugs used in the shock treatment. So sympathomimetic drugs. So this sympathomimetic drugs are dopamine, dobutamine, prenalin. So these drugs are definitely, this dopamine is a neurotransmitter. So it will dopamine through by stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, it may increases the heart rate, cardiac output, cardiac contractility. So the main action of this drug is it act on the dopamine D1, D2. So we are having some of the receptors in the dopamine in the brain. We are having a receptor D1 and D2 receptors. So it will act on the dopamine this is a one type of catecholamine. It act on the D1, D2, dopamine 1, dopamine 2 receptors, as well as alpha and beta adrenergic receptors. So in alpha and it acts on both things. So whenever it acts, it may produces the chronotropic effect and inotropic effect, effects on by increasing the heart rate and cardiac contractility. So definitely this ionic reactions will be take place and positive tropic effect can be seen. So because of this ionic exchange, all these things, so heart rate will be increased, the cardiac contractility. So not only it is effective oral or it is not effective in oral, it can be given only in IV infusion only. The effects of the dopamine dose depends upon the we'll see what effects of bad effects are all three. First of all, dopamine is a neurotransmitter, so definitely it acts on the dopamine 1 and dopamine 2 receptors as well as alpha beta adrenergic receptors. It may have a effect like heart, it will increases the heart rate and cardiac contractility. So whenever heart rate is decreased or cardiac contractility is going to decrease, at that time this dopamine drug is given. So if cardiac contractility, heart rate has been decreased, means the patient may go into a shock. Because of that, these drugs will come under the shock treatment. So it available in the 40 mg to 100 mg for 5 ml. So definitely this is the thing. Indications and dosages. So it is to correct the hemodynamic imbalances. So hemodynamic imbalances will be corrected and present shock syndrome. Why shock syndrome will cause because of due to any myocardial infarction or any trauma or any in case of any septicemia, in case of heart surgeries, renal failures and any congestive, in case of congestive heart failures, at that time this dopamine can be given. So definitely initial dose definitely 2.5 micrograms. Definitely when doctor will say as 2.5 micrograms we have to keep. So we have to load how much of dopamine we have to load, we have to check it. So 2.5 means one, I think it's 5 ml. So we are having that thing, dopamine vial. So we'll see that. So if the patient is very seriously ill itself, they will give 5 micrograms. If not, they will be initially giving 2.5 micrograms. Adverse effects are ventricular tachycardia. We have to observe for that. Ventricular arrhythmias, ectopic beats, atrial fibrillation, tachycardia, palpitations. They may go into the hypertensions, vasoconstrictions. So not only that, headache, anxiety, nausea, vomiting, this metabolic disturbances like azotemia. So your renal system, you used to see this azotemia. So and then respiratory system and dyspnea can be seen. So not only this, azotemia means the levels can be increased more and more levels. There is ammonium levels. Then not only that, uric acid levels will be increased in the body, all over the body. So it will come under the metabolic disturbances. Gangrene. So it may have a higher doses, may form as a gangrene in the extremities also. So contraindications when the patient with a pheochromocytoma. So remember this thing. So for the pheochromocytoma patients, this dopamine is not advised. The patient with uncontrolled tachycardia and ventricular fibrillation, pregnancy, no adequate well constructed. So definitely normally they won't give. In case of any serious conditions itself, this can be given for the pregnant woman. Elderly, use with cautions definitely, and lower doses range. And lactations is not drug. It will if the drug, it is not known that drug will appear in the breast milk. Elderly, use with caution. Children, not recommended for the children drug. Dopamine, we'll go with the dopamine. Dopamine is a directly stimulates beta-1 adrenergic receptors, leading to the positive inotropic effect. So ionic exchange can be seen. So on the heart, resulting in increased cardiac contractility, and stroke volume will be increased, and then cardiac output will be increased. It is also have this dopamine will increase the heart rate. So here it will increase the cardiac, dopamine will increase the cardiac output. So this is the difference. Mainly cardiac output and cardiac stroke volume of the blood will be increased. So it definitely acts only on the beta-1 adrenergic receptors, but it acts on the dopamine 1 receptor, B2 receptor, and alpha-2 beta-2 receptors also, beta adrenergic receptors also. So both things. So it has more effects. So mostly dopamine is also used. So it has a mild beta-2 and alpha-1 adrenergic antagonist, but predominant effect is cardiac stimulation. Definitely it will stimulate the cardiac stimulation. Hence it is considered relatively beta-1 antagonist. So it is a beta-1 antagonist. It is used as a inotropic support for short-term treatment of heart failure. So in case of it is also short-term treatment for heart failures. Available for 250 mg in 20 ml, 20 ml 250 mg will be, so 20 ml vial includes 250 mg thing, and 50 mg 4 ml vial 50 mg. So this 1 ml is equals to 50 mg untadi, and 250 mg per 5 ml. Per 5 ml ki 250 mg and 50 mg per ml. So 250 mg per 20 ml, 20 ml vial ki 250 mg ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో మనం డివైడెడ్ డోసెస్లో ఎంత కావాలంటే అంత ఇచ్చుకుంటాం. So indications and dosages. Short-term treatment for cardiac decompensation. So this is a short-term treatment for cardiac decompensation by depressed contractility resulting from the organic heart disease or from the cardiac surgical procedures. In case of any cardiac surgical procedures, and whenever the cardiac contractility has been decreased, that time it can be given. Adults and children, it can be given 0.5 to 1 microgram per kg per minute by IV infusions. So not only that, maximum dose 20 micrograms per kg it can be, or up to 40 mg 40 micrograms can be given. Contraindications: hypersensitivity, whenever the hypersensitivity to dopamine, patients with idiopathic hypertrophic subaortic stenosis. So next, this is the contraindications. So idiopathic hypertrophic aortic stenosis. The next isoprenalin. This isoprenalin, it is available in the injection 2 mg per ml. So 2 mg per ml it is available. So it is just given when the patient is in anesthesia. The patient may go into the bronchospasm. To relieve that bronchospasm, this isoprenalin is given. Initially the mild dose 0.01 to 0.02 mg by infusion it can be given. Hypovolemic and septic shock or low cardiac output status, heart failure, cardiogenic shock, in case of that it can be given. In adults, so definitely in case of cardiac arrest or electrical shock or pacemaker therapy is available, it can be given. Heart block and strokes, these can be given. Adverse effects: tachycardia, palpitations, hypertension and angina, ventricular arrhythmias, tachyarrhythmias, pulmonary edema, headache, dizziness, nervousness, and mild tremors, weakness can be seen. And not only that, visual blurring, nausea, vomiting, respiratory dyspnea, flushing of the skin and sweating, pallor can be seen. Contraindications: patients with tachyarrhythmias, patients with tachycardia or heart block can be caused by diastole. So this is the thing, and we'll go with the nursing consideration. When we see the nursing consideration, definitely we have to assess the hypovolemic status. So before itself, if yes, correct hit for so before giving this drug, we have to see the status of the hypovolemia. If it is low, and the patient going to the shock, means definitely we'll administer the IV fluids fastly. After administering the IV fluids only, when you observe that, we'll start with this inotropic drugs, that is a dopamine isoprenalin. So oxygen saturation, we have to check it for the oxygen saturation. We have to monitor the ECG levels and cardio, and not only that, urine output levels, assess the heart rate after administering that thing, and then check for peripheral pulses and skin temperatures, and monitor for vital signs after administering that, and advise the patient to report any adverse reactions like blooding of the vision or rashes, any changes in the vital signs. So that has to be reported. While giving dobutamine, assess the patient if he or she is having a difficulty in breathing just fine, a tingling sensation in the head, extremities or headache, IV site pain, if it is there, we have to inform. So these are the things, main consideration we have to look for it. So with this, we'll complete this heart failure drugs and drugs used in the shock. So thank you.